Reaction to that. Former White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer and the Hill's Joe Concha. Sean, let's start with you. Very predictable, but also a really sad day. And now maybe we understand why the media's trust of the American people has never been lower.
Yeah, look, let me just draw the contrast. During the Obama years, every 24 days on average, we saw a missile get tested, fired from North Korea. Since President Trump's taken office, it's been 457 plus days. This president's getting results for the American people, for the peninsula, for the region, and for our world. And instead of focusing on this historic event, we're talking about Michael Cohen. And frankly, what are we talking about? And I think your other guests have pointed out, we're talking about the Trump organization, what documents he did, what NDAs he signed, and what didn't. This was all supposed to be about Russia collusion. And Michael Cohen, as flawed as he is, admitted right off the bat that there was nothing substantive that he could show on Russia collusion. So we wasted all this time talking about something that wasn't what the focus of this week should have been. They could have held this hearing any time they wanted. They chose today. And as a former White House staffer, I can tell you, as much as they're focused on what's going on in North Korea and furthering the president's agenda and goal of making it safe for the peninsula, the region, and the world, you can't help but make sure that you are keeping an eye on that. And that distraction means that that's one more minute, one more second, one more hour that they're not focused on the goal of a safer world. And I think that got lost in the discussion today, Sean. You've brought it up, some of your guests have. But for one moment, understand that the president and his team have to. It would be malpractice not to listen to the charges that Michael Cohen is bringing forward. You have to know what he said. You have to be able to respond properly. And so by doing that, these people that are 12 hours ahead, have already been working constant hours, nonstop for days on end, are now forced to focus on something other than making a deal with North Korea.
Let me get Joe Concha in because we're just running out of time this hour, and the summit is ongoing. I think this is a defining moment, Joe Concha, that they have now sunk this low on this day. Politics ends at the water's edge? No, apparently not.
Well, I think it shows, Sean, that there is sizzle. And that's the Cohen testimony, and that's what everybody flocked to today. And then there's stake, and that's what you're seeing on the left of me on your screen in terms of President Trump and Kim Jong-un. Remember where we were in August of 2017, to Sean Spicer's point, where North Korea will be met with the fire and fury like the world has never seen. That's President Trump's words. Kim Jong-un launching missiles over Japan, threatening Guam and the United States. And now to see these images and to see where we are, it truly is historic. And look, if I'm writing the story tomorrow, what's my lead? It's this quote from Michael Cohen. Questions have been raised about whether I know of direct evidence that Mr. Trump or his campaign colluded with Russia. I do not, and I want that to be clear. That should be the takeaway from the testimony today, like your guests have been talking about, because that is the whole ball game. If you don't show Russian collusion between the president or his associates and the campaign and the Russians, then you're going to have a boomerang effect, Sean. If Democrats pursue impeachment, you're going to see what happened with Bill Clinton. The day after Bill Clinton was impeached, his approval rating was 73% in Gallup because Republicans overplayed their hand. And if Democrats and the media overplayed their hand on things like campaign finance violations, you're not going to see 73%, but you will see an upward tick of the president's numbers.
I agree with your analysis completely. Joe, Sean, thank you.